2, 3. Okay. All right, you getting us okay here?
We're good.
Okay, Merv Werk. Tell us a little bit about your farm. First of all, it's been nice having us out for supper in the field tonight. We've enjoyed our visit, and so thank you for having us out, and thanks for your hospitality, first of all. Tell us a little bit about the farm. I understand it's been in the family a little while, Merv.
Yes, it has. I took over from my dad in 1981. They came here in 1935, thereabouts, and so we've been farming since that time together with my son on this farm.
Okay, how large of an operation is it?
It's very small in terms of today's standard, but it's big enough for us, and so we're at about 1,700 acres, and so that's about the size of it. We grow wheat, canola, some barley, and oats generally, and I've tried different other crops, like peas and lentils and different things in the past, but not the last couple of years.
Okay, this area, you were in kind of a wet area here. I think this general area was pretty wet over the last few years.
Yes, it was very wet. It's been wet for about 3 or 4 years. I can't remember the dry years hardly anymore.
Okay, so this year was certainly considerably better. You got out in the spring and managed to get most of your crop in?
Well, we did get a crop in, but it was half of it was done in beginning of June, so it was kind of a little later than normal.
Okay, but I'm hearing some of that later seeded stuff is actually turning out to be better than the early seeded crop.
It looks a lot better than the late crop looks a lot better than the early crop.
And is that just because of the heat stress that we had during July, and I guess maybe some moisture issues from back in the spring, or what do you attribute that to?
I attribute it to actually just too long of a rain on the early seeded stuff, and it either drowned out or half drowned out and just did not have the vigor that the later seeded crops did.
Okay, now have you started to harvest yet?
I've started. We've got all our canola swathed, and I've taken off just about a quarter of wheat now. So we're getting started.
Okay, and how's it looking now as far as yield and quality?
Well, I've actually on our farm, the wheat seems to be ranging between 30 and 40. That's what I'm getting out of my fields, and